Day 7, this is your last day of notes. It's going to be on ratio, proportion, and percents. So our first topic is on ratio and proportion. So let's look at question number 1. It says Wegmans carries 3 different sizes of grape juice, each for a different price. Using the table, determine which is the best buy on cost. So you know that a 6-ounce package of juice would cost $1.20, an 11-ounce package would cost $1.98, and a 16-ounce package would cost $3.36. So there's really no way to really compare these 3 different sizes because there's nothing in common with all 3 of them for me to be able to figure out which one is the best buy on cost. So what I would do is I would figure out how much it costs per ounce. Once I figure that out, it's a lot easier for me to compare. So, for example, in this one right here, the 6-ounce package costs $1.20. So to figure out how much it costs per ounce, I would just take the cost, since I'm figuring out the cost per ounce, I would divide it by the number of ounces. Okay, so I get $1.20 divided by 6, which is 0.2, but you should be able to recognize that this means 20 cents per ounce. Okay, so then if I want to figure out how much this is per ounce, I would take $1.98, divide that by 11, plug that into your calculator, you should end up getting that is 18 cents per ounce, which means that the 6-ounce package is already not the answer for the best buy on cost. And then let's take our last one, take $3.36, divide that by 16, you end up getting that it costs 21 cents per ounce. Okay, so based on all of these answers right here, it means that the final answer is that the 11-ounce package is the best buy on cost. Okay, hopefully that makes sense to you. All right, number 2, you can travel 160 miles on 9 gallons of gas. At this rate, how many gallons are required for a trip of 560 miles? One way you could do it is to figure out how many miles you get per gallon, just like we figured out the cost per ounce, right? But if I want to figure out how much it is for 560 miles, I can just set up a proportion. And I strongly suggest you label your units so you know what numbers go where in your proportion. So if I know that I can travel 160 miles, I'm just going to randomly place it right in the top left corner. It doesn't matter where you place the first number. What matters is where you place the rest of the numbers. Now, I know that 160 miles will take me using 9 gallons. So I'm going to put it in the same fraction because I know that those two should go together. So then it says, at this rate, how many gallons are required for a trip of 560 miles? Well, you know that the unit for this is miles, so it should correspond to the left fraction that you have right here. So since this is 160 miles, this should also be 560 miles over here. You want it on top and not on the bottom, and then we'll call this x. Now when you solve proportions, all you have to do is just simply cross multiply. So when I multiply 160 by x, I get 160x. And then when I multiply 560 by 9, I get 5,040. Divide both sides, I end up getting x equals 31.5 gallons. So it would take 31.5 gallons to go 560 miles if I'm going at the same rate.